good morning, or afternoon, or whatever time it is where you are. Today I'm going to show you my super quick yoga stretches. I'm not a yoga instructor, but this is what I do in the morning to alleviate lower back pain from a car accident, to align all of my chakras, and to do some breath work. And it only takes like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm going to show you what my daily routine is. So I start by stretching out my legs as far as I can make them go. So I'm in like a modified splits, so I don't actually do the splits. I'm just doing like a little modified, and then I lean forward and give myself a little bounce. So if you are doing this at home for the first time, it is okay if you can't get this wide of a stretch. I've been doing this for probably like 15 years. So I've been doing it for a long time, and the car accident was in 2012, and I knew that something was out of alignment because I couldn't do certain stretches anymore. And so then it became really important to get back to where I could do these stretches. And if you notice, I'm doing just a little bounce, and I kind of hold this position for a while and just sort of bounce forward. That gives a nice stretch to the inner thigh and the hamstring area. I think that's your hamstrings. Anyway, it's a great stretch. And then I bring the feet together. So I'm bringing my toes together. That's a whole different stretch. And to show you what I'm doing for my feet, I'm putting my hands below the ankles to support them so that all this weight is not falling on my ankles. So I'm holding them like this, kind of cradling my feet like a baby, and then coming forward and just continuing to bounce. This one I don't necessarily hold for as long. I'm just giving it a little bit of a bounce. This helps to straighten out the lower back too. And the idea is that you want the sit bones from your hip, the ones that you feel in the bottom of your bum, you want those like hitting the ground as much as possible, and then straightening the back as much as possible. So if you notice, I'm much straighter now. I can look directly at the camera, which is just above me, and after a few stretches there, then I'm ready to move on to the next part, which is I'm gonna put my legs in front of me. I'm gonna take a nice deep breath, and then I'm gonna fold down and literally hold the balls of my feet. A lot of people are not going to be able to reach this far. Don't worry if all you can do is here or here. Just do what's comfortable for your body. This is not a competition between you or anybody else. It's just a time for you to do what works for your body. You're stretching your body. You're working with your limitations, or your better yet, your abilities. Because our limitations are in our minds, and we can break through that by doing these practices. So I hold this for a good long while. It's pretty deep because I'm holding all the way on the ball of the foot. So to show you what I'm doing, I'm all the way here, all the way to the ball of the foot. And I like to hold that for just a little bit, and then I kind of shake it out. And then the next one, I'm gonna lay down. So I'm moving the camera so you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. I lay down like this. So I'm completely flat. And as I'm completely flat, I wanna bring my hands above me as far as they'll go, and my toes I'm pointing. And I take a deep breath. And on the exhale, I curve like a crescent. So my feet are curved at the bottom, my hands are curved at the top, and I'm releasing. Then I come back to center, another deep breath, and then over to the other side, doing crescent again on this side. I'm gonna do that silently for a second so you can see what that's like. Inhale, exhale. Come to center, inhale, exhale on the curl. Great. Now that I've done that, I'm going to put my legs hip distance apart, and I'm going to sort of like scrunch down as far as I can, like this, and then put my hands upside down. This is called the bridge. I learned this in gymnastics when I was a child. You'll notice I did the exhale on the way up. That helps you to hold it then don't hold it longer than you, like if you're shaking, go ahead and let yourself down. If you can't get all the way up, that's totally fine. I'm gonna do it again. If you feel like you can hold it for 5 counts or for longer, that will deepen the stretch. And then the last one that I'm gonna do, and this is the end of my daily routine, I'm gonna look from side to side. Inhaling when I come to center. Exhaling when I look to the side. Inhaling when I come to center. Exhaling to the side. And do some light stretches here. So the key here is to take this hand and put it behind your back as if you're getting handcuffed, and then take your other hand and just gently pull it down. You'll feel the stretch in the side of the neck. And then we're gonna switch. Again, your other hand is in handcuffs. That's my cat magic. Just saying hi. Okay. Now, I like to do one more stretch I forgot to show you when I'm laying down, so I'm gonna go back to that because this one is really important. This is a stretch that if I don't do, I start to feel tension in my glutes, in my piriformis. So we're going to take our ankle to our knee. We're gonna bring the knee all the way up, and then we're gonna drop it to the other side while our arms go to the opposite side. And then we just kind of hang out here for a little while. If you practice Kundalini breath, this would be a good time to practice that breath if you so choose. Otherwise, you can just kind of rest here. Letting the tension go, letting the tension sink into the floor. I feel it right here. So it's actually all this area takes a lot of tension that I don't even feel like during the day. So it's releasing all of that now. This stretch is releasing mostly in the piriformis. So I need to just stay here for a minute. Then, okay, when I lift back up, this is very important for men and women. I want to take an inhale. I want to clench the sphincters. That's what my yoga instructor called it, meaning I'm closing all of the openings to the anal and vaginal cavities. For men, it will just be kind of like a tightening where you're pulling through the tip of the penis and holding like you're holding it like you have to pee, but you have to hold it. Like basically think of it like that. For men and women, actually, that's about the same. The anatomy is not that different. Just pretend like you're holding your pee. So you're clenching, and then with the clench, bring it up. So the clenching does 2 things for you. Number 1, it strengthens your vaginal walls. It makes you basically a better lover in bed. If you're a man, it makes you more able to handle holding and not just like releasing your semen right away. Like you can last longer. So if you practice this daily, it will help you last longer in bed. Also, for people that have any kind of back issues, this will definitely help to that lower back. It will strengthen and hold and engage the core a little bit so that the lower back is actually protected. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. Deep breath in, releasing with the exhale. This is called Kriya yoga, where we coordinate the breath with the movement. This side is not as tight for me today. So to deepen it, this is probably as deep as this move really goes, but if you need to deepen it, you can sort of bounce and bring this forward. Ready now, remember to breathe in and then clench the sphincters, bringing your back straight and then bringing your feet back to the floor. Now to align the chakras, you're going to imagine that there is a white cord connecting all of your chakras. This white cord starts at the crown and goes all the way to the root, where it anchors into the root. And now that you've imagined that it's all there, you can imagine that it's like a string, and the hand of God, if you will, is pulling. The anthropomorphic hand of God is pulling on this string to straighten out your chakras. And you may feel a lengthening in the spine as you imagine this. It also works if you're sitting up. It works if you're standing as well. But right now I'm just going to do it laying down. And then I want to show you how you might see some visible changes in my posture as I imagine this. So let's give you a view of the posture. So there's the string pulling up. I love you too, kitty. I love you too. So that concludes our meditation and stretching for the day. One more. Actually, I'll give you one more. Okay, so we're moving from, there's magic. One hand goes to the knee, and then the other hand comes all the way up. So we're turning and then looking over. And you want to look towards the tip of the fingers. This stretches out the side. And this one doesn't take very long, so we're going to switch. So you notice like a full turn, like I'm literally turning my head to look over my shoulder that way. Then I bring the hand over and look towards the fingertips. That's a great stretch for the side. It's like this one, but it takes it a little deeper. So those are the stretches that I do every day to keep my whole body healthy, mind, body, spirit. I do visualization, I do breath work, I do a little yoga, a little stretching, and I still have enough time to make my coffee because it doesn't take an hour. So if you like to do 10 to 15 minutes of stretching or less and be a better sexual lover and more flexible during your day so that the muscles don't get tight, then watch this video and do these stretches because it can change your life. Until we meet again, namaste, friends.